need to make soldiers war criminals again. So we finally got the season finale of The Acolyte, and there was so much to love. Knowing the truth of what really happened on that island undercut a lot of it. Spoilers if you aren't up to date. I am a huge Arrowverse fan, so I love seeing Martian Manhunter here. And I love the hard press that he gave Greenface. Having a black man deliver a monologue about the dangers of a police force moving with impunity, and having him actually advocate to put some sort of restrictions on said powerful governing body is powerful, and I loved it. The message of it was overall undercut by the fact that the big catalyst of this inquiry was more or less a mistake. One could argue that the Jedi shouldn't be able to make mistakes of that magnitude because of the power that they wield. I thought that this was rooted in the Jedi having malicious intent and the repercussions of them ignoring their emotions. At this point, this story is serving as an origin story for the rise of the Empire. Having the rise of the Empire being rooted in the fact that the Jedi are committing war crimes, to me, hits a lot harder. Instead of it being a reaction to the Jedi's incompetence. Because the actor who plays Sol, I'm so sorry I forgot his name, has the stuff to be a bad guy. I was waiting this entire episode to see him kind of shift into someone darker, or to see that he shifted into someone darker in the past and is now completely remorseful of that fact. All that being said, this episode had some of the best, most angelic, majestic fight scenes in a Star Wars property to date. There were so many times that it could have came off corny and it just looked gorgeous. Like this scene of them floating backward. Oh my God. Look at them. Oh my God. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I didn't want it to end. Amandla also did an excellent job this episode. By the time she started scrapping with herself, May and Osha completely switched personalities, down to May actually owning Pip. It did feel a bit like regression to see how helpless May seemed all of a sudden, and she was part of this plan from Rip, but I enjoyed Osha finally waking up and joining the dark side. I just wish the Jedi were responsible for the death of her coven, and that the death of her mother wasn't just a mistake. But regardless, Sol did clap her mother, so I do understand her joining the dark side. Especially, and these are the perks. Still can't believe this is Jason Mendoza. He was hot on The Good Place, but god damn, this show, I could tell there were women on set, and I appreciate them. Let me tell you, I too would erase the memories of my twin sister and run away. Like, let's be real for a second. There were a lot of Easter eggs that even me as a novice Star Wars fan could really appreciate. Seeing a gem actually be bled and then seeing her lightsaber turn red, and this Yoda appearance, which by the way, I don't understand this character motivations. Seeing her move so sus would have hit a lot harder if the Jedi were actually doing bad things. This cover-up job doesn't make sense, and maybe if there is a season 2, because they definitely set it up for one, this will all make sense. The truth was better than the lie, because what she told the Senate just made the Jedi seem incompetent. And honestly confirmed what Martian Manhunter said earlier, which is the Jedi need to be checked. Y'all acting like y'all have no emotions, and it's catching up to y'all. Did like the confirmation that she did train Crimere. I'm sure she's the one who gave him the scars on his back. So I'm interested to know, how sus is this woman really? Because I felt it all throughout the season, but I wanna see it, or at least know what she's done. This show had a lot of promise. I thought the premiere was excellent. I also think that the story fell short in a lot of ways. Honestly, none of them are Star Wars related. It's mostly with the storytelling, the way that they're actually framing the Jedi. And maybe that is Star Wars related. Maybe they couldn't paint the Jedi to be any worse than what was shown. But I truly feel like the story suffered because of it. That being said, I still think the show was good and beautiful. It had the charm that Star Wars brings. I'm gonna go ahead and give this episode and this season 3 out of 5 Frankie Flames.